Check it out. Emergency love hour, you feel me? And we just gonna talk it up, chop it up a little bit. We gonna talk to all the single folks out there and all the people that's working hard out there, living their life trying to be the best they can be, and feel like success comes with happiness. You ain't supposed to feel like you achieve whatever you achieved in life. Turn this down a little bit. You ain't supposed to feel like whatever you achieved in life is overshadowed by your pain. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? The saying, more money, more problems, or whatever, whatever. It only becomes a factor if you don't have that inner peace. Dave Chappelle told a joke about it was a guy that had so much money he knew a buddy of his or whatever, and that they killed themselves. And then he had another buddy who was broke for forever, for as long as he known him, and that nigga ain't never thought about killing himself. That all comes with inner peace and inner happiness, you feel me? Like forgiveness of self. I was up the other night and I was in like, I was down that memory lane, you feel me? Like I was feeling like I got the crib from a baby girl. I still consider myself homeless because I don't consider me buying the crib nothing. I did for me. I did it for her. It's an accomplishment, but I did it for my child. I think every parent, I don't want to go down that route though. I think every parent owes their kid a crib. That's just my opinion. So you watch how many kids you have, because you should provide each one a crib. That's just my opinion. But point is though, that's kind of like a trap in a way. It's like that feeling of, I already felt like, okay, I want to go for a second one, but it's that contentment of feeling like, damn, okay, this done, now I'm supposed to be happy now, right? But bitch, then you don't feel happy. And you like, why the fuck I ain't happy? Bitch, I just made the best accomplishment and achievement of my life, so why the fuck I'm not happy? You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta search deep within self, like, I'm supposed to be fucking happy. You know what I'm saying? Money supposed to, you know what I'm saying, fix shit, certain shit, and then I'm supposed to be happy. So why the fuck I'm not happy? And I couldn't figure out what's up with y'all saying, what's up in the text, but I'm gonna stay on the message real quick. But shout out to everybody in the comments. But I'm thinking, if I just achieved the biggest success in my life, why am I not happy? So it forced me to finally look, because I was so busy working like a rat, you know, like we all hamsters on the wheel working. And when you working so much, you don't get a chance to think about how sad you might fucking be because you bury yourself in work. You feel me? You hate work, you can't wait to leave when you get there. But if you was too much in your thoughts and not working, bitch, then you get to face your real life problems, you feel me? I know that might sound weird to some, but it's the truth. Because I've been telling myself for so long, when I was grinding for everything I needed, I was like, when I get the chance, I'm gonna sit my ass down and I'm gonna go on the cruise. You feel me? Those are the two things. I still ain't did the cruise. But I was like, I'm gonna sit my ass down. And now I've been sitting down for like a couple months. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, dog. The women that I thought was gonna come for the ride, because I always seen the vision. I used to have exes tell me, they like, you just a talker. Because I always vision like a 5-year plan. This was a 5-year plan. I'm at the end of that 5-year plan. Now I need a new plan. And that's where the sadness come in, because it's like, damn, none of the women in that 5-year journey, even my baby mama included, none of them stuck with me through the shit. And they couldn't see the vision. So now I got it to celebrate, but it's like, who the fuck to celebrate with? Even though it's my baby shit, because now I'm finna go for my second. And it's like, I heard a comedian say, it fucked me up. It made me reevaluate a lot of shit. It was a comedian, I'm gonna just say his name, Corey Holcomb. He said, ladies, be careful of a man who make you his number one. I was like, I ain't never heard no shit. I'm always open to different opinions, you feel me? So he was like, be careful of a man who make you the genesis of his world, because when you not what he supposed to be, he dangerous. And I evaluated myself because I always put like my life, you know what I'm saying, since I was a jit. You know, you can call it mama's boy. My daddy used to say bitch made, call it bitch made, but I'm mama's boy, whatever. I always base women as the top of what I wanted to do in life. Like if I want to be successful, it's because I'm motivated, because I want the woman of my choice to see me being successful. You feel me? And so that was always the genesis of me. So when he said that, I had a little bit recalibrated in thought and tried to look back at the situation like, damn, am I, can a man scare a woman with his commitment and devotion? Like, can that be intimidating? You feel me? Are women intimidated if a man has an idea and a plan? But furthermore, the point that I'm making is, I gotta so I was dealing with this, wondering like, why is a nigga sad? You feel me? And I needed that companionship because me being a single dad, my daughter gives me all the love I need. But with me making provisions for her to do what she need to get done, I decided I needed the companionship as a man. And so fucking I seen a person, I saw a woman, and I made a song. I ain't put up no song since then, but she set like a vision in my mind of the ideal woman for me. In the meantime, as a man, it's crazy because like I'm such a real nigga. I'm gonna tell you how real I am. If I'm dealing with a woman, and I think everybody deserves to be real with each other like this, but I'm such a real nigga, like, I'm gonna tell you. So I told a chick, like, I met a woman, right? Because at the same time, my thoughts is getting to me. I'm thinking about this woman, but you gotta be careful as a man, because you don't want it to become creepy, and you don't want it to, it's like a fine line between being infatuated, and you don't want it to be conceived as obsession either, you feel me? So I'm like, okay, I need some companionship, because I don't know if she already got a man, I don't know her situation. So I met a chick, we in the mix, and that's the other part I'm gonna make in the second part of my conversation. But me and the chick in the mix. After in the mix, I tell her, I said, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I owe you this honesty. My mind is on this certain woman. I don't want you to get attached because my mind is on this one woman. Now you know what I'm saying? And she, as a woman, she understood and said, I appreciate your honesty. You feel me? I know I got people tuning out to that, but it's the honesty of this shit. I'm an honest person. So freaking, I'm telling her, I'm like, and so I'm right now I'm in a conundrum in the sense of I'm waiting on this woman to give me any kind of feedback, like, cause I don't even know if she would fuck with me. But I gotta give it a shot because it's like, if it don't work, then okay, I gotta keep moving in life and keep, you know. But at the same time, I'm a man. I can't be without the companionship sitting here in my thoughts either. You feel me? So if that gives me any explanation, I'm gonna say all that. Now that leads segue to the second part of me saying that I think it is imperative for all single men who working hard or who have worked hard and got all this shit together. It is imperative that although you living righteous, because what was crazy, all right, so like, you gotta live righteous, but it is imperative that while you looking for the woman of your dreams and this Miss Right, like how women look for Mr. Right, it is imperative that you have a sex life. It's a fact, because if you just sitting there trying to be this perfect gentleman and you got all this built up sexual tension, you don't even know it. It's hard to even attract that woman who want that monogamous relationship where it's just y'all you can't even attract that. Oh, I don't give a fuck who I tuned out. It's a fact. You can tune out, tune in, stay with me, it don't matter. Fuck it. It is imperative that you, as a single man, responsible sex, of course, but you gotta have that in your regimen, because if you don't, you working every day, you paying bills every fucking day, you being a man, you doing all the things that it take that, and you seeing couples all around you. That shit hurts. Wherever you fucking go, it's like I don't give a fuck. Like it's funny how niggas be playing so real, so gutter, so gangster. Every nigga, nobody wants to be alone in this fucking world. No human being wants to be alone in life ever. Ever. If it wasn't even for a YouTube or any of these phones, the suicide rate probably be up. Cause motherfuckers, what would they be just stuck in their thoughts? You feel me? So think about where we at in a society where that's important that nobody wants to be alone. You always want companionship. So I say that to say all men out there who working hard, it is imperative that you don't lose the mindset that you got things you need to get out of you sexually. And if you do it responsibly, you can have a mindset where you can have a clear state of mind to fully think. You feel me? And that's what that is. That comes into play. You feel me? And so I say that now to lead into like relationships and what I think couples should do to make a relationship. Mind you, far be it from me to be giving relationship advice, a man who infatuated with a woman that ain't never met me. But still, I always had a pedigree, which I think, obviously, it's a new mindset that I got that I'm about to put down, which is this. I feel like when a couple meet each other, they should just like, instead of tell each other what they like about each other, try to identify early what they don't like about each other. And then discuss that. You feel me? And if it can be reconcilable differences, then they should work it out. And if there's irreconcilable differences up front, it can save a lot of time and it can save a lot of heartache. So I ain't saying you should just meet a person and on the first day you telling them your whole whatever, even though in the past, bitch, I just was open book, like I don't give a fuck. But you do gotta guard yourself in this world. However, I do feel that if up front you can just say, this is what I don't like, what I see so far. You feel me? And they can say this and this, rather than faking the funk with each other, trying to get through whatever initial phase, you feel me? I believe that would be something. But me myself though, I'm gonna speak on this too then. I might as well bring this into the conversation. I don't know why I'm bringing it into it, but I think it's safe for me to feel now that some of my past relationships, probably ain't work. I think some of my past relationships ain't work because in a committed relationship, I'm a nympho. I can go all, it just don't stop. Especially like, it just don't stop. It just don't stop. I'm talking about hours and hours, like the real hours and hours. And it's funny. It's funny because when I'm really, really like deep in love, that's the crazy part about it, I guess. You know what it is? No, that ain't it. I don't think I lost relationships because of that. I believe it's possible you could fuck a woman so good she don't want to see you no more under no capacity. I don't know, like, but I just believe that, like, it could be such a sexual chemistry that was so great, it could break both of y'all heart. But I heard it's different rumors on the internet because they say that women can just forget about the greatest nigga that was great to them. And I don't know how true that is, but I do know that if the sex was fire and the vibe was fire because it's deeper than sex. Niggas get women think they be just having only good pussy. It's plenty good pussy out here. Just like niggas think they dropping off all the dick. Bitches, other niggas dropping off all the dick too. Even though that's not even. Ain't nobody dropping off like me. But point is though, it ain't about the sex. It's about the mental compatibility. How does she make me feel? Like particular woman, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was just kicking the bobo because I had to get my rocks off. Because like I'm pretty sure Lil Mama, if she was honest with herself, I ain't gonna assume about her, but women having sex like this bitch, like, and I just, I don't know nobody and shit. I had to motherfucking, well, I do, but I just ain't wanna. I had to get my rocks off, shit. But the point I learned was when you have a deep connection, you feel me? A deep connection. You can really, you gonna miss a woman if you don't never have that connection no more. Cause sex is gonna be so empty, and I learned that early in life that you can be with the bad. I'm talking about all the physical characteristics that other niggas just go bananas for. But if it ain't that connection like here and right here, don't get me wrong, physically your man's gonna be up. He gonna, but my point that I'm making, I know this shit gonna sound even more crazy. You might well call this the sensitive guy out, cause I'm in my feelings. I'm just thinking about like I told my homegirl. First of all, let me just say my homegirl so cool. She cool as shit. You feel me? She gets the gist of everything what I told her. Like, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to her. What I'm saying though, you learn that you already know, but you even learn, you get reinforced value of knowing that you know what? It's sort of like, it's almost like if a motherfucker asks you, could you be the president? You would feel like that's impossible. Even though recent politics, you would feel like anybody can be president, but for the most part, you would feel like that's impossible. I can't be no goddamn president. That's how I kind of feel about this woman. It's like, this lady is a unicorn, dog. Like, I gotta get off everything I'm talking about. Like, this lady is the sweetest. It just fucked me up. It just make it like a nigga, like, it's like when you do shit. That's what it go back to psychology. I'm gonna get into that too. I guess I get into that the second half. I'm gonna cut this music down. We're gonna talk about isms and like cultural relevantisms and morality and shit. We're gonna make this some psychological. Now I'll use another video for that because I've been lost too many people with how deep I get in this one at versus how shallow this might come across. But the point is, this woman is the sweetest damn fucking woman in my fucking life I ever seen. And it made me cry tears of joy. And it's funny because Marvin said a different kind than that, but it made me cry. It just made me say, yo, what was this? It's like, I wish, like how they had pen pals and shit back in the days and shit, like, I wish I could have just knew this woman, like, bitch, like, MySpace days or some shit, like, you just think about your life and shit, and you like, yo, shorty, I was like, and then you be like, I ain't good enough for this person, so then you just make other actions and shit, because you just like, I ain't got no shot. You start shooting yourself down before you even. But I'm the type of nigga, I ain't never like to sit and be dwindling or waiting in the cut for a woman. I like to know up front, what's up? You feel me? That's just always been my nature. My nature ain't been the type to be playing the cut and like in the midst of trying to figure out, cause then that shit gets stalky feeling like I ain't no stalker by no means. I ain't no harasser by no means. You know what I'm saying? And before I shot my shot at her, I had no shot a shot at another chick because I didn't know at all. I just thought this girl was such a darling sweetheart. I seen her, true indeed, but I never even. I was just. She was always so perky and shit. She come on the station and shit. She like, and she just all cheesy and shit, happy and shit. And that happy shit radiates, dog. I swear, God. Positive energy radiates, dog. This per shit is so fucking positive, dog. Like, I literally can't even think. You know what? I'ma be. It's just hard to really describe it, but it's just like it radiates, dog. Like how perky she came every time. Any man see that perkiness, that happiness, you feel me? It attracts a woman to that. I mean, it attracts a man to that, you feel me? And same thing, vice versa, you feel me? Like, I would imagine me with this, you know what I'm saying? Listen to Marvin Gaye on repeat. It would detract motherfuckers and shit. But I also told myself that I can't begin this journey of podcasting and screaming and shit if I ain't showing pivotal moments of my thought process and my thinking at times. Now, this is under the influence and sober. It would be probably a different array of feelings. But needless to say, you know what I'm saying? I still finna give me like 10 minutes on it. And so all in all, fucking I made this to say that this shit got my mind wrapped, you feel me? So much so that, you know, I put my homegirl on what my thought process was. This girl would literally, like, I would be, now don't get me wrong, nothing changes. It's like two departments. It's daddy department, I'm the dad that I am. And I gotta grow and be the greatest dad I can always be. Cause it don't stop with what I've already done. It gotta go. I gotta have my baby a business that she can have. With that said, on the other end, with this one particular woman I'm talking about, she know who she is. As she looking at this shit, she know who she is. I'm willing to let her mold me however she wanna mold me. I'm willing to be, hold up, keep this shit poppin'. She can mold motherfucking me. You feel me? Like, mold me. Please mold me. Save me. Save me. I know they say don't be a cop to save a hoe. Save me. Save me. I promise you, I will be the greatest. The greatest. Save me. And if you can't, like I said, it's a pleasure. I haven't met you. And I say that jokingly. Like, I say saving me for real. Like, come get me. Like, when I say come get me, like, be mine. And I'll be the greatest nigga ever. But, with that said, in the midst though, I wanted to make another point of another conversation too, to say to women that, how do a women feel about, cause like a man, let me tell you something, with certain kind of women supposed to get certain kind of men. You want you a man that's secure with you around. I'm gonna tell you, now this part of the conversation for all the women who job or whatever profession takes them around other men. This is very important. Let me pause this music, matter of fact. This real deal right here. So let me pause the music. For the women who in job capacities that take them around a lot of men, it is imperative you have you a man who is very confident in himself to the fact that he ain't gonna feel insecure or stop your job growth and your markability for yourself. You feel me? You are a human being in this world. It starts with you being a human being even before your gender. You feel me? You're a human being. So you're trying to be the best and compete with other people who are in this world as well. And so with that said, you owe it to yourself as a human being, even before being a woman or a male, to understand that you got to do what's for you to be successful, or what you identify as success in life. So with that said, if you're a woman and your job takes you around the capacity of being around a lot of men, it is imperative that the person that you, what it can be even be if you with another woman, whatever the case, whoever your spouse is, you need to know that they are confident in themselves to know that, hey, my person, it shouldn't even be women jealous of another, but I don't know. But the point that I'm making is, freaking, that's what you need. You need a man that will never be insecure, or never be questioning your love for him or your loyalty to him. And that comes with a bond of understanding and the trust, and a bond that encompasses knowing each other. First of all, you gotta have something to identify as. You gotta have something to look to. So when you see them old people walking in the park, or you had somebody that was old in your family, you gotta have had that. You gotta have had that idea when you was a kid, that damn, I want this. Sometimes I ain't gonna say that it can't be something that can be created in the thought. Like I ain't saying it's something that you can't generate, but it gotta be organic to the point that when you was a kid, you saw somebody who was old and happy as fuck in a relationship, and you was like, I need this, I want this when I get older. And no matter what you went through in life, that internal fire that you seen when you was a jit, you like, man, I want what granddaddy had. Bitch, I want what auntie had with Uncle Holly. That type shit. You feel me? So when you see that, like, for me, when as a kid, my ideal was my auntie and my uncle. The only argument they ever had was what church tie he was gonna wear. You feel me? And he had a white bottle of Old Spice that he used to pull. You feel me? He was from South Carolina. They had a house in Florence County, and I love them, man. They was together for 39 years. Death really did them part. He died first, and she died 3 years later of a broken heart, pretty much. And them kind of women, they never went and got no other man after their man died. Bitch, they just stayed with that picture on the wall and looked at that shit all day. And that's the kind of love that you seen as a kid, that you're somebody love, cause somebody like, bitch, when my nigga down, I'ma be fucking first day. That's how old. That's how the new old generation do. Cause I done seen that too. That matter of fact, now you make me want to try my phone, cause now I got shit to talk about. Bitch, I done seen. See, we got a new generation of old women. It ain't like the same old generation of old women. So like the new gen, I done seen the man who did what a man supposed to do. He worked hard in life, and he bought his house. He made sure his kids were straight. He was married to his woman for forever, and then he died. And then after he died, of course, she got the right. She didn't know. He not. You know what I'm saying? She didn't. They didn't divorce it. Say to death do you part. So he deceased. But it's like now, who is you fucking after? You feel me? And bitch, you stepping down, and that was part where it's like you can't motherfucker do that, because that man bought that house. Bitch, any motherfucker that come in that house, that if he didn't buy the house, then it'd be different. But bitch, that man bought that fucking house. So fucking any man, you thought he need to be bringing you to his fucking house, not even stepping in that shit, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking for the dead, I guess. Any nigga that worked hard for all them fucking years and they died, and now they woman moved on. Hey, bitch, you need to sell this motherfucking house or something, then, bitch, or something. Bitch, you fucking all in this shit with a nigga that ain't even got a house. Hell to the fuck no. Bitch, that's so disrespectful. That's just mad disrespectful. But, yeah, so I say that to say, though, you gotta have, as a kid, seen couples. That was one instance. Anyway, I guess this bitch recorded me the whole time. Just gonna show me shit in my face, though. But, yeah, since this shit acting crazy, I think that, I think for myself, right, me just being all honesty, Damn, it's like just me being in all honesty. Like, this shit is different. You feel me? Like, with a nigga, I'm used to making songs and shit. I ain't used to like talking about like my real self like in front of a fucking. This shit is different for a nigga though. I guess so it's like I gotta govern my tongue, but at the same time I gotta be honest with y'all, but I gotta also be honest with myself. It's because I'm looking at myself. You feel me? So it's like I guess for me, I feel just like when I look at like them times that of being just alone, you know, my daddy said some shit to me when I was legit. That nigga say, son, you gonna be alone when you get older. He said, so just get used to it. And I ain't never know if it was a diss. I ain't never know what the fuck it was, but he told me that when I was 14. And I used to spend a lot of time in my room and shit to myself. You feel me? And then, life happened, whatever. And then I find myself later in life now, X amount of years later, and it's like, damn, I achieved what I needed to achieve, but a nigga is alone, like this nigga said. And so then I go back to the drawing board of self, identifying what problem is with self. My mama, what she key in, what my mama say my problem is I talk too much. As you can see through these video lives I've been doing lately. She said, ain't no woman wanna hear a nigga just keep talking they fucking head off and shit. Or you just keep talking and talking and talking. A bitch ain't even got time to think. She ain't say it like that. A bitch, I'm not like that. I'm just saying it, I'm paraphrasing. But I was like, I've had some beautiful women and I've been who the fuck I've been my whole fucking life. So the talking can't be the fucking issue. It gotta be another issue. And it is, um, I think, what the fuck is the issue, bitch? I'm too self-absorbed, maybe. I end up, most of my stories is about myself. It's just like my music is about me. And I do be caring. I be wanting to hear everything my counterpart has gone through and be there for them and be everything what I believe a man supposed to be for a woman. But I guess like I got like a nonchalant vibe sometimes. Like could be like an asshole. It come across like an asshole. You feel me? Like I don't care. Or like women like to do those mental chess battles and where they like to verbally argue with you and shit. And I'm very good at the pettiness and maybe too good to a fault. You feel me? So that shit don't help sometimes. It's multiple facets to past pettiness, and I think having a daughter was the greatest thing because had I had been a person, had I been a man, and it's funny because my dog told me that he was like having a daughter gonna change you. Had I been a man that I am now after having a daughter, before, oh Lord, bitch, I could have had kept on to all the regrets of relationships that I believe failed due to whoever fault because I had more understanding. I would have had more understanding, and I always thought I had supreme understanding of women, but not at all because I even seen like old videos of myself, and I'm talking about a soccer game. I seen a video. I was talking about who was playing. Chile was playing USA in like the, I don't know if it was like the quarterfinals of a FIFA tournament or whatever, and Chile was losing. They was down 3-0, and I was like faulting some of their midfielders and how they was playing and how I was referencing them. I was like, man, this bitch ain't attacking or she ain't tackle. And I listened to myself as this is old video, but I'm listening, I'm critiquing how they playing soccer, but I'm calling her a bitch because I'm in the hype of it like I would a nigga, like this fuck nigga, this whatever. And as I look back at it, I was so disgusted. I was like, I was proud of the points I made of the game, but I was ashamed of how I referenced her. And this before I had my daughter. And it's like you do see the world through a different lens, you feel me? And we all entitled through the growth that we get from just life in itself, you feel me? And so, but I was disgusted looking at the video. I was like, damn, dog, why the fuck did I say bitch so much? Like, you know what I'm saying? And so, and then just as even, you know, what's crazy because this for all legits who want to make a rationality out of it, because the rationality I used to try to make was, oh, bitch means spiteful woman too, because that's the second definition, female dog, then spiteful woman. But if the first reference is the female dog and not a spiteful woman, then you should never try to use it to your defense because, and that's crazy. That's something. That's why I say that's what growth comes with a child, especially a little girl, because you see it differently. Like that's why it's hard. Like for me to, it's just a lot of things. It's just all in all though. And that's why I don't wanna die, but I'm just keep this bitch on to the die. It just I say that to say it give you a different perspective of the world of women. It make you like everything a woman say is magnified. Like is magnum. Don't get it twisted. You still a man. Like you see a woman, you still a man. Your natural loins, bitch, whatever, whatever. But I do believe that that's where the moral part comes. Now let me use the last part of this conversation for this phone die to start bringing in the philosophy part of this. This is what cultural relativism is. So this is when men say, I'm gonna break this down into a relationship hood way. I say hood only because people gonna try to um, disseminate how I talk and try to proper English. What is proper English? I would say to D, because that would be the proper English to say to D. But nevertheless, um, this is the point I'm gonna make about relativeness. So I used to say that a woman is across the board, right? I used to say that if you took a man X's and you lined them up, they'd probably be the same. And you took a woman X's, some of them niggas gonna be short, some of them gonna be tall, some of them gonna be red, cause they think they wired a little differently. So they not gonna be they like a man. He gonna be on that same. Like I was looking at something showing the other day when I was looking at neuroplasticity, right? So with neuroplasticity, you it's like your mind generates a path of how you think. You feel me? And they keep going the same course over and over. Sometimes you can change that course and you can retrain that mind. And the more you start doing it a different way, it'll forget about the old way. You feel me? And I was just telling somebody about that when they asked me about it, but I was saying it in a different manner. This the point though. When you come into relative thinking is sometimes a man you can have an ideal person of who you want, right? And a woman will be looking at you like they women look at who you talking to, right? They don't even look at themselves. They look at like, okay, you a prospect for them. They'll say they'll probably look at your exes or some shit. You feel me? And see and judge them, and then try to judge you off of who you dated or whatever. My defense to that would be going back to cultural relativism, relativity, meaning it's all relative, meaning this is a woman first off. So before you judge, like for instance, a man could be over so for instance, one woman can have this achieve this much, and it's the same thing too. Now that I'm learning, I guess with women, it could be this nigga, he could be a bum, and this other nigga just balling his ass off, and this nigga got her, but in her mind it's relative. He dropping dick off, and she's in a position where she feel like this. I think it's stupid in that regard. But now let me put it in another way how a person would feel. What if it's the opposite? Motherfucking a nigga gonna be like, bitch, you wasn't checking for me. And this is a woman who is checking for me because at first it comes back to companionship and not being alone and single or just that thoughts of aloneness. Like that shit'll eat folks up. And so, even if it's only temporary companionship, a man will view it as relative in thinking and thought. So, look at truck drivers, for instance. Them niggas is on the road all the time. Them niggas ain't really, if they, unless a woman gonna travel with them, they don't have no time to really establish themselves in no home. So when they get in women and being I don't know what the shit would be. I don't want to misquote myself. I'm fucked up right now a little bit partially. No, I'm not. I just don't know what the word would be. Point is, um, they will view it as all relative, and so I say this. I just simply say that you do in life set a standard for yourself of what you want, right? Like me, y'all finna see. Now I got a fucked up back, but I'm trying to um, get myself to where I need to be. But that where the drink come, cause my back be hurting, bitch. Like I gotta ease my shit and not making no excuse, but that's the truth. But the point is, it's all relative in nature, and that's why you see a man can be in a great relationship, and then he. Nah, ain't this not justifying cheating. I'm not talking about nothing at all, but I'm just simply saying that if you waiting, what's the proper protocol? Is there any proper protocol if you got your eye for a person, but you ain't heard nothing back? You are you gonna put all your eggs in one basket, waiting? You feel me? Cause you owe to do justice to sit back and like, but bitch. And then let me tell you too, also just for the general people knowing, when you coming from a big city to a little city or a little city to a big city folks, the way big city folks see things is you might not never see that woman again. So we come across sometimes as aggressive because you might not never literally see her amongst millions of motherfuckers. I might not never see you again. That's real. Versus the I guess the beauty of the smaller cities is I will see you again. Take your time, ease up, chill. I see you when I see you. And it's more subtle. You feel me? It's more slower. It's more organic, like how I guess it's supposed to be. But in the big city, everything is sped up. It's like it's so much folks that I feel like we are matched now. I don't know why we can't connect and have a like exchanging phone numbers and this all this information. So it's different. You might can seem like you rushing. So you learn to slow everything you do now. It's and so it's that adjustment that you gotta make that you be like, okay, these women move at a more different. They move at a different frequency. They give you a chance that I'm gonna tell you too some raw shit. Like they give you a chance to spit whatever you gotta say, even if they like about to like whatever the case is. They not quit. Like where I'm from, it's not uncommon for you to come and holler at a woman, and you can even like say woman. You can say hey man or sweetheart, baby girl, whatever. Hey fuck, bitch, get out my face, nigga. Like, and that's common where I'm from. Like, you imagine what that would do to anybody repeatedly. Like, I'm talking about through life. Like, cause this is how women talk. They trained to be hard because the same is the opposite. Well, if they be nice to a nigga and be like, no, I'm okay. Fuck you then, bitch. So it's like, both sides is clashing with each other. You know what I'm saying? So they more aggressive. So when you make that adjustment to a town where people treat like the women, like it could be even what perceived as a hood shit. She could be yadded up, tattoos everywhere, but she'll be just the most sweetest. Hey, how you doing? Hello. Let's at least let you say what you know what I'm saying. And you as a man, you can't do nothing but feel like obliged, like to be like, damn. I mean, just feel like just this kind of warm feeling, like, man, I'm in a good place in life, and I got time to work on myself and be like that same. I want to present myself as that same. I don't want to just see something and not be able to reflect what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? And if I gotta grow in that, sort of like the song "Teach Me How to Love," like if a man reach out to a woman and he's really willing to learn how to love. Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't saying willing to learn how to follow because he should be a man. He should be able to lead. But you can lead in the love department and teach him how to love. You feel me? Because he might know how to lead financially, but he don't know how to lead in the love department. You feel me? You need to teach him how to love and teach him, okay, this is what I don't like and this is what I do like. And I don't like if you talk like this or you refer to women like this, or I don't like if you sound aggressive or speak like this in this nature. You know what I'm saying? And a man, he can't look at it as like, no, like I'm being a bitch or nothing like that. You gotta be willing to conform, but at the same time, she gotta understand you leading in the love department. Every other department, I can run that. I'm very efficient. But this love department, I don't know how to do. You feel me? And I gotta fucking learn how to do that. You feel me? Somebody left when I said that every other department. That's and let me tell you, it's now that lead me into a story now. I know a white guy, the hardest working white guy I ever knew in my life. Every Friday, his lady was at the office getting his check before we even got back from our job. Every Friday, she was there. So much so that the owner of the company had to call him and say, I'm not giving her this check, man. This is a big ass check. And that's the kind of man he was to where his wife used to pick her. He said, I don't care, as long as she leave me some money to get some weed. That's the way he used to say. And I'm like, what the fuck? So certain women know men like that exist. And good luck to those men and good luck to those women seeking that. But I'm talking about for real happiness to know that, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I ain't talking like she can control. It's like this. This is reality. This shit called life skills. They used to teach this in school. I'm talking about a real class